How we doing out there, people? It's Mr. Hanley, and I am recording for you all a video on how to tackle the Connect 4 final exam or final project. I'm going to come over here to the website and find the description. Okay. Alrighty. You're going to produce an implementation of the Connect 4 game using Java. It's red and blue pieces drop down into a 7 column by 6 row board. Of course, the pieces drop down as far as they can to the bottom of the board or on top of another piece. And you're going to have to check for winning conditions. There's obviously vertical, horizontal, and a couple different diagonal ways you can win in Connect 4. Most people who do this project do not do a graphical user interface. They simply use the console. That's what I'm going to show you today. And the input for the game, instead of being typed at the keyboard or clicked with a mouse, the way I'm going to test it is going to be in a batch file. If you're not familiar with batch files, I'm simply going to create a text file, and I have several on my website, and there's a series of column numbers in the text file. And those column numbers represent which column that the player is dropping a piece in on Connect 4. 0 based. So there's 0 through 6. They won't be out of range. So, one way to tackle it is to, I used a buffered reader, and I read all of the integers into a array list and just simply process the array list. And it'd be nice if you could load a game and then let it play through and give a result and then load another game. That'd be great. If you have to rerun it each time and change the file name, that I can work with too. My particular program, if we run it, it's got an option for batch or interactive. So most people, to get the game working, are going to make an interactive game. And once you have it working, the second phase is to convert it to become a batch game. Okay. So an interactive game, looks something like this. Again, I did some color backgrounds using the cookbook from Dean Kuhn. One of my former students showed me how to do this. So something like 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And I didn't print out the final board, but player 1 wins, and obviously in a vertical in the far left column. So the game's got some complexity, and you have to check for winning conditions for both players. You also have to check for a tie. It's possible to tie in Connect 4 if all the pieces have been placed. One nuance of the game is I'm going to go ahead and have a full column. Someone tried and drop a piece in a full column. So you're going to have to screen that out. And as the directions say for Ian, I know Ian has emailed me about this. The directions say that you have to consider the piece that is the player who made the bad move gets another move. So you don't waste a turn in Connect 4 if you simply put a chip in a full column. All right? Must give an error indication. So I'm not sure my program does that right now, but that's certainly something you're going to have to do. And so that's how the game works. And you have to go through and I would encourage you to build an object-oriented model. I would encourage you to, look at ways in which you can write methods to organize your code. And I know I have a Connect 4 board class that's, got methods like, place piece and check win, display, and things like that. So that's the way I would structure your code. If you, there are nested for loops you can use for check for winning conditions. So try not to do the brute force every possible if statement for a winning condition. That's possible, but very tedious and prone to error to have that much copy and paste. Thank you.